27th, 2015 meeting in the Public Safety Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chairman Ansello.
Here.
Mr. Baroth.
Here.
Ms. Boyce is excused. Mr. Howland.
Here.
Mr. Willie Lightfoot is excused. Mr. Marionetti.
Here.
Mr. Michike.
Here.
Mr. Morelli.
Here.
Mr. Yolovich.
Is there anyone signed up for the public forum?
There's not.
Is there anyone present who's not signed up to speak who would like to address the committee at this time? Seeing no one, the next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the June 22nd, 2015 minutes before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. The next item on the agenda is new business.
Referral 15-0214.
Moved by Legislator Michike, seconded by Legislator Howland. Is there any discussion? Yes, Legislator Morelli?
Chairman, through you to the administration, do we have any statistics available for the first year of this program?
Through the chair, we have some stats, yes.
Through the chair, would you be willing to share some of those with us?
Through the chair, is there something in particular? I'm not sure what you're looking for. Each agency that's a part of the task force collects their own statistics.
Is that, through the chair, is that put together in some sort of report that can be shared?
Through the chair, Jennifer Curley from the Sheriff's Office. This city is a partnership with the county and the city agencies, and we are supporting the city. So therefore, we don't have a lot of the stats for the city because it's their data. So they are doing a evaluation right now where we should be getting the, because this is the first year of the program, we should be getting a copy of the evaluation. We'll have better numbers. But each of us have separate goals and objectives in the grants to support the city. That's why we're having a hard time coming up with stats, because every single agency, and for me, every single division has a different goal and objective.
Is it, through the chair, is it possible to get a copy of the evaluation when you receive that?
Through the chair, yes. We could certainly get that to you.
Thank you. And through the chair, can you tell us then specifically if you know how many firearms were taken from violent criminals?
Through the chair, we'll have to get back to you on that too. That would be in the evaluation.
Great. Thank you very much.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? The item carries. And the next item, please.
Referral 15-0215.
Moved by Legislator Howland, seconded by Legislator Marionetti. Is there any discussion? Legislator Morelli.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Through you to the administration, do the municipalities that border the canal automatically receive this money, or is it money that they need to apply for?
Through the chair, the municipalities don't receive the money. The Sheriff's Office receives the money, and we use the funds to patrol those municipalities in the county.
Thank you.
Any other? Yes, Legislator Barat.
Quick question regarding the local fund match. Am I correct to assume that match is approximately $9,700?
Through the chair, that's correct. That's 25% of the total grant.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? The item carries. Next item, please.
Referral 15-0216.
Moved by Legislator Marionetti, seconded by Legislator Yolovich. Any discussion? Legislator Barat.
Thank you. Through the chair of the administration, I noticed that we want to, the most qualified candidate is Delphi Drug and Alcohol Council. Am I correct to believe that they are currently doing the work on the 10th year of this grant?
Bob Burns from the Office of Probation Community Corrections. Through the chair, Delphi this is only their second year. Catholic Family Center was the awarded not-for-profit for the first several years.
Thank you. And then through the chair of the administration, I'm assuming there's a way of measuring success or reduce recidivism through this program. Would that be correct? We have a way of measuring that?
Through the chair, the recidivism, oddly enough, is not one of the measurables or the objectives of the grant. There are different objectives, the number of referrals, the number of people who are in the program for a period of time. But state DCJS does, in fact, keep statistics on the number of parolees who are rearrested per year and so on.
Okay. And for the measures that we actually do utilize, and not recidivism, I understand, do we believe that this program so far has been successful over the past 10 years?
Through the chair, absolutely yes. Nationwide reentry has caught on in every state. In our state, it was initiated by Governor Pataki. Governor Cuomo has supported it with the same funding as several years ago, and the numbers are very good.
Thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, the item carries. And next item, please.
Referral 15-0217.
Moved by Legislator Yolovich, seconded by Legislator Michigan. Any discussion? Legislator Brett.
Thank you. Quick question here. I think I know the answer, but I want to make sure that the data actually supports it, or at least we know it. I would assume that with potential surprise visits and such, this program would reduce probation violations, if they're worried about being surprised. Is that correct? Is my assumption correct? Would the data show that we do see a reduction in probation violations, or no?
Through the chair, that's the overarching goal of every program we have. In fact, though, because this program requires increased curfew checks of high-risk, violent youth in our city. In fact, it is a positive step if we detect curfew violations and if we end up bringing someone back to court. So we're not measured in this instance by reducing the number of violations. We're measured by the number of curfew checks, the number of warrant attempts looking for people, and the number of arrests.
Okay. But through the chair of the administration, so I'm clear, these curfew checks are surprises for the individuals who are being checked on, correct?
Through the chair, in some ways, yes. They should have expected that will come by because they've been warned multiple times. But each time they're arrested or charged with a technical violation, many probationers then realize that they have to comply, and overall, they will be successful.
Okay. Thank you.
Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, the item carries. Next item, please.
Referral 15-0218. Acceptance of a grant.
Moved by Legislator Michigan, seconded by Legislator Howland. Any discussion? Legislator Morelli.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Through you to the administration, what type of equipment is going to be purchased with this grant?
Through the chair, most of the equipment is for specialized teams. I believe the scuba team is getting, they're replacing their ROV that they currently have with new technology. The SWAT team's getting, I think, GoPro cameras to do training. And the rest, I believe, is all for training and overtime.
Thank you. And a follow-up to that, through you, Mr. Chairman, is on average, what is the overtime costs associated with these types of trainings?
Through the chair, it depends on the type of training. I mean, do you have the amount that we applied for? We put in there. Do you have an amount in the grant? Okay. Through the chair, we have $62,420 allocated for overtime and $26,240 for fringe.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. And opposed? The item carries. Last item, please.
Referral 15-0219.
Moved by Legislator Howland and seconded by Legislator Morelli. Marionetti, excuse me. Marionetti. Okay, and Morelli. Any discussion, please? Legislator Brown.
Thank you. Through the chair of the administration, I want to be sure I understand. In the referral, it talks about this year's funding representing a decrease of $91,000 from the last year. And what I want to be clear about is this is a 3-year grant. So is that a decrease of $91,000 over 3 years, or for just one given year? So it would be approximately $27,000 on average, $270,000 total.
Through the chair, Fred Ryan, Monroe County Office of Emergency Management. That decreases for the full term of the grant, so it's over the
course, 3 years.
3 years, yes.
Thank you. And then through the chair of the administration, I hate to say, I think I found an inconsistency in the amounts requested. In the introductory paragraph, it talks about authorizing contracts with MCC in the amount of $148,000 for the State Homeland Security Program. But under item number 5 on page 2, it talks about that very same program, I believe, for $147,500, so a difference of $500. Is that in fact correct, or is $500 just going someplace else?
Through the chair, I believe that is a typo, an error on page 2, number 5.
So that should probably be $148,000 then, through the chair.
Yes, through the chair, yes.
Then I would just suggest we check to make sure it's actually a typo, and then make that correction. I don't think it needs anything formal, but I just saw that today. Is that acceptable to the administration? Sure. Through the chair?
Yeah, that's fine.
Through you, Mr. Chair, through you, the chairman. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. We'll double check the amount and take the appropriate necessary action to either amend or note to the legislature before it appears before the full ledge what the proper amount is.
Okay. Thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. And opposed, the item carries. Are there any other matters to come before this committee? There being no other matters, the July 27th, 2015 meeting of the Public Safety Committee stands adjourned, and the next meeting of the Public Safety Committee will be held on Monday, August 17th at 2015 at 5:30 p.m. Thank you.